All right, in this lesson, we're doing Second Steps Lesson 4, creating new pathways in your brain. So, there we go. Creating new pathways in your brain. So, the purpose of this lesson is we will learn how brains grow, our brain grows and gets better at new things. Okay, so in our Canvas, if you scroll down and click Assignment, it will bring you to Creating New Pathways worksheet. So we're getting ready to look at the warm-up question. It says, what's one thing you have worked hard on to get better at? So, for example, maybe you worked really hard on your math and you practiced and you did problems, went over it multiple times. Or maybe you wanted to be able to shoot a three-pointer and you practice that all the time. Or you're into games and you practice Fortnite all the time. Okay? So you're going to put that right there. What is something you've practiced and worked harder to get better at? Okay? What did you do to get better? What did you do? Did you watch videos? Did you practice? Did you get help? Did you ask someone to help you? What did you do to get better? Okay. All right. So, what does it mean to grow your brain? So, when we're learning something new, our brain goes through physical changes. So, there are little things in your brain called neurons, and there are neural pathways. So, neurons. So, neurons are a cell that sends and receives signals in your brain. Neuron pathways are the connections between these neurons. And when you're learning, these connections are made. Okay. Strengthening the neuro pathways. So, the more we try new and challenging things, the more neuro pathways we make. The more we practice things, the stronger and faster these pathways will become. Okay, so they're going to start communicating faster. So when a kid first learns to talk, they're usually pretty slow at it. They have to think about the words. But after a while, you can just talk to each other with no issue. It's the same in your brain. So, what kind of things have you practiced so that you can get better?
There are billions and billions of neurons, and they all have branches that reach out. When the branches get close enough, they're connected, and energy zings along the pathways they make. Making these connections is what we're wired for. When you learn something new, the neurons grow and connect. They make an actual path for thinking and remembering. The more work you do, like trying new things and pushing yourself to ask questions, and even failing at stuff and trying again, the more connections and paths you make. That's how you learn to do things. That's how you grow your brain.
Okay, and on our assignment, if we scroll down, what are some things mentioned in the video that you can do to help grow your brain? And that's the next thing we discussed. Was what were some things mentioned? Okay. Now, because we're doing digital, our activity required us to do rock, paper, scissors. So, to help you guys out, I added a link to a digital rock, paper, scissors. And when we were in class, we actually shared the link and played against each other. However, if you're at home and there's no one else to play with you, there is an option on the site to do it with someone random. So on our assignment, part of the activity is to play a few rounds with someone of rock, paper, scissors. And you're just going to mark who won. All right. So after we were done playing rock, paper, scissors, what did you notice about your ability to play the game as you continued to practice? What did you notice? Did you get faster? Did you get better at choosing? Did you make guesses at what you thought your partner would do? What did you notice when you were practicing? And we're going to put that right here. How did practicing, what did you notice? And then the next one we're going to do is the wrap up. So the wrap up, how does practicing something new and difficult help your brain grow? Now think back to the video on what we learned about when we practice and what happens. And that was it for this assignment.